I was born with a condition that I inherited from my dad, and it's a progressive disorder. So I was born with the disability, and I ended up in a chair when I was 10 or 11, I think. It was around that time, and it just progressively the condition progressively got worse as I got older. Well, I'd always been a sport fan. I bumped into somebody who worked for the local council at school, and they got me involved in the local wheelchair basketball club, which I'm still a member of. And then from there, I found out about wheelpower, and I went to my first wheelpower event, and from there I've not looked back. So really it was wheelpower was like the catalyst for it all. My main sport now is wheelchair basketball, so I play for the local team that's based at the stadium. Going back to when I went to the wheelpower events, I'd try any sport going, so archery, boccia, shooting, snooker, pool. Wheelchair basketball is technically non-contact, but there's contact. Wheelchair rugby, there's definitely contact. That's great to watch. I haven't played that, but yeah, both great sports, but wheelchair basketball is my love. Honestly, I'd probably be sat at home bored out of my brains. So when I was younger, my life was reading, TV. I didn't have many, outlets. So, I came along to wheelpower, and I actually started to, the world opened up. It's a bit of a cliche, but that's the truth. So I went to the events. When I became too old for the events, I started volunteering. Then went into volunteering in the office. Decided to go and study at university, which I didn't think was, in my playbook as a kid. So yeah, without wheelpower, I would be sat at home doing very little. So I owe them a lot. I would just, come and give it a go. I mean, I was petrified in my first session. It was a taster session at the stadium, and I got in the chair and I loved it. I remember pushing home with my mum, and I said, I'm not going to stop doing this, and I haven't. So I play for Aces Wheelchair Basketball Club that are based at the stadium. We train on Friday nights. There's also a wheelchair rugby club here called the Stoke Mandeville Maulers. They train here on a Thursday night. So that there are options locally and nationally. If you look it up, you will find a club and give it a go. It's the best thing that ever happened to me.